Peace to Yahoo, peace to Yahoo. What's going on? What's going on? Hope you're doing wonderful, magnificent, and great. I know I am. We about to get this show started. Just waiting for people to come on in. The calling number for the show is 605 562 0444. Once again, the calling number for the show is 605 562 0444. How y'all doing tonight? I wanted to bring up tonight 31 CFR 357.0 entry book systems. This is what they're doing with your securities, entry book systems. 31 CFR 357.0. And it says, a Treasury book entry system, A, Treasury securities. Treasury securities are maintained in one of the following book entry systems. 1, commercial book entry system. The commercial book entry system is a book entry system in which Treasury securities are held in a tiered system through securities intermediaries such as financial institutions or brokerage firms. A Treasury security is maintained in the commercial book entry system if it is credited by the Federal Reserve Bank to a participant's securities account. So what it's saying is, you do the application, they take the application, they take the promissory note, and sometimes a promissory note is built into the application. Like if you were doing an application with AT&T, it's built inside the application, right? Or it's built into the terms and agreement of the application. So they take that, those two things, give it to the Federal Reserve agent. The Federal Reserve agent stamps it with 31 CFR 328.5, 328.5. They stamp that endorsement. When they stamp that endorsement, then it goes to the Treasury. Everything is paid out. That's a book entry right there, a commercial book entry. They're all doing it to y'all with the securities that you put out. A security is anything with your straw man's name and your social security number on it. The actual social security card is there to create securities. That's why it's called public security card or social public security to make securities. And they gave you a card to do that. And when you use the number on that card, you are creating securities. hands down. All right. Let me go back to reading. The regulations governing the commercial book entry systems are found at subpart B of, of this part and are referred to as Treasury Reserve Automated Debt Entry System, or they call it TRADES. That's the acronym, TRADES. Treasury Reserve Automated Debt Entry System. 2, Legacy Treasury Direct. The Legacy Treasury Direct system is a non-internet book-based book entry system maintained by the Treasury for purchasing and holding marketable Treasury securities as book entry products. A Treasury security is maintained in the Legacy Treasury Direct. If it is credited to the Legacy Treasury Direct account as described in 357.20 of this part, Treasury securities are held directly by the Department of Treasury in accounts maintained on investors' names. A Legacy Treasury Direct account may be accessed through a designated Federal Reserve Bank or the Bureau of Fiscal Service. See subpart C of this part for rules pertaining to Legacy Treasury Direct. Right? So they're saying you are the investor, and when it's at the Legacy Treasury Direct, it's in your name. So what we're reading this for is to find out what everyone's role in it is, so we can find out where those securities are in our name and take advantage of them. You know, get rich, biatch. You understand what I'm saying? So then we go, number 3, Treasury Direct. Treasury Direct is a book entry online system maintained by the Department of Treasury for purchasing and holding eligible marketable Treasury securities. The United States savings, bonds, and certificates of indebtedness in electronic form as computer record on the books of the Treasury. The regulations governing Treasury Direct are found in 31 CFR Part 363. So you might want to read that. 31 CFR Part 363. It says B, transferability between Legacy Treasury Direct and other systems. A Treasury security maintained in a Legacy Treasury Direct may be transformed to an account in the TRADS or an account in the Treasury Direct in accordance with 357.22A. Securities may not be transferred to Legacy Treasury Direct from other systems. So, if y'all notice, what I've been doing is giving y'all all the laws to break down how the money is moved when y'all making securities. Who job it is to monetize it with a Series 7 license, right? Let's say if you tried to use the endorsement from 31 CFR 328.5 and 6. The only problem with that is you still need someone with a Series 7 license to sign it and endorse it for you. You can't sign and endorse it yourself because you can't monetize. Only someone who has a Series 7 license can monetize. This is why the banks have what is called a indentured trustee. They have a Series 7 to get it ready for the market, to get it ready to go to the Treasury so that they can sell it directly as Treasury securities, marketable Treasury securities. This ain't Jonah Bey saying it, it's the law. Now, when you want to know all about this stuff, you're probably going to want to look up the definitions. But let's look at 357.1, the effective date. And it says, effective date, subpart B of this part, the definitions of adverse claim. See, that's what we're looking for. I'm looking to do an adverse claim on those securities. So I'm going to have to read everything about this stuff to find out how to do that by law, to be lawful with it. Y'all going to come along with me and read this stuff to learn how to do it as well. Entitlement holder, you, Federal Reserve Bank operating circulars, funds accounts, issues, participant securities accounts, persons, revives Article 8. So it already tells you Article 8 of the UCC is what you're going to have to really study as well. Securities intermediaries, security entitlement, state and transfer messages, and revisions to the definitions of securities and trades, and 357.42 and 357.44, and the revision to 357.41 are effective January 1st, 1997. All other provisions in effect prior to January 1st, 1997 remain in effect. Now, I remember years ago, we used to be able to take the coupons on the bills, and I used to go to my bank and deposit it through the ATM into my bank account. When I had the bank account, I had the medallion stamp and all of that. And I had a legacy Treasury account and a Treasury direct account. They used to pay the bill, or they used to deposit that money into my bank account for me to pay the bill. See, they changed the legacy Treasury to what I just read to you. They changed it all around. And it was like 2000s when they did it. 2000, between 2000 and 2010, they changed it. And when they changed it, I couldn't do that no more. I've been looking to learn how to do it again, to get everything paid for. And that's what it's talking about. And these are all the people, effective date. These are all the people you're going to have to learn all their jobs. You're going to have to learn the Federal Reserve Bank operating circular. You got to learn the funds account. You got to learn who's the issuer, the participant, who's participating in the DTC and the DTCC. Participant securities account, persons, and you got to know Article 8 of the UCC. You got to know who the securities intermediary is, the security entitlement. Those are the things you got to know. When you know all those things, it's going to be no problem for you to do an adverse claim and tap into those accounts. You understand? All right. Now, they have 357.2 definitions. When I start reading a law, I always go into definitions to find out what the hell they're saying means And these definitions is long, but you're gonna have to study the definitions. So these is the things you really gonna have to learn. Someone said Fed Circular 10 is interesting. You can't you can't go into the Fed circulars and all of that before you know this stuff. Because you're gonna have to have the instructions to the game before you play the game. Y'all be making little quick jokes. Y'all be making quick moves. You can't move that way. You got to know what you're doing. Y'all don't give yourselves time to study the rules to know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Y'all got to do that, man. Why do y'all try to take shortcuts trying to do shit you don't even know how to do? You know, most people who take shortcuts means they already walk the path, they know what they're doing, and then they develop shortcuts, ways of doing it easier, quicker, smoother. Y'all motherfuckers try to make shortcuts before y'all even did it one time. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Y'all can't do it like that. I'm not understanding. Ain't no one called into talk shoe. Ain't no one joint talk shoe to ask questions. Does that mean y'all don't have no questions? Y'all understand this shit. So if y'all understand this shit, I'm about to you know, close the show out. I can study on my own. I can read on my own. Y'all just want to sit here and motherfucking listen to me read. I'm not with that. Geronimo Red said, yo, see, this is what I'm saying. Shamika, how do I call with a question? You didn't read. It says, I will let you in. I don't see no one in there. It hasn't. Ain't no one ever showed up to even call in at all. No one showed up to this. There's nobody in. It never requested anyone to come in. Don't tell me these people are messing with my show already as well. Because I see no one. No one's here at all. I should have known if something wrong, no one's here. What do you mean you don't see TikTok open? TikTok is open. People are on the show on TikTok. This is related and are related to the coupon disbursement officer info from a few weeks ago, Jonah. Yes, it is. Absolutely, brother. Look, I gave y'all the number to call in at the top of the chat and YouTube. All y'all got to do is go to the top and see the call in number. Now, I'm not even going to lie. I don't know if it's going to work. Marlon, did you try to call in on TalkShoe? I don't know if they messing with it or not. I gave y'all the TalkShoe number. The number's 605 562 0444. 605 562 0444. Yeah, before I had over 100 people in here. I don't understand. What you mean? You probably tried to call in at 7 o'clock, and I started the show at 7:15, like I used to do on Blog Talk Radio. I played 15 minutes of music. You feel me? Oh, they said the show ID isn't working. I ain't, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you, Don P. So basically, it's not working. That's why no one's there. It's not working. That shit is crazy, man. They really. And then it says someone giving me a violation on TikTok. How? How? How do I get a violation? For what? They really trying to stop me from teaching y'all. This is really bad, yo. This is really bad. Now that I think about it, did y'all know people who don't have TikTok on their phones or whatever, they can sign into TikTok from Facebook now. They've merged the whole system together, and they're really blocking everything. It's crazy. Tenacious, what up? Nah, man, I don't be going to parties and stuff no more. I appreciate the invite to your video shoot. Get me in a little party, a little video, dressed all dipped. But yeah, I had to pass. I was doing a private class anyway at the time. You hit me up with that, but I appreciate it. You know, you about to blow. Everyone's gonna know that name, son. Um, so that's crazy. I ain't really getting no questions. Uh, that's none of your business. Someone asks, is your social an account in the Treasury? That's none of your business, bro. If you go back in the archives, listen to the past shows, it'll tell you that. It'll tell you what you want to know. Raheem L said, like how you trimmed all that fat on the non-UCC shortcut game. Exactly. You do it the long way, and then you cut off the fat and make it more clean and more streamlined. Yeah, it's saying I will let all of y'all in, and it's impossible to let y'all in when it's not open. It's not giving me. Let me see what I can find. Meeting details. Yeah, that's crazy, y'all. That's really crazy. Well, with that being said, man, I'm gonna cut the show short. Go back over the law that I told y'all today. I just skimmed it. I'm gonna go into it more. That's only one part of 31 CFR. It's 31 CFR Part 357. And what it deals with is general information. That's what I just read to y'all. Subpart B, Treasury Reserve Automated Debt Entry System, TRADS, Legacy Treasury, additional provisions, discussion and final rule, trades commentary. All of that's up under 357. All right. And Peace Yahoo. We's out. Wow. All right, there y'all go.
Recording started.
Have a feeling that when they're listening, they heard.
Yo, they had a whole different thing open. In other words, I was in there twice. Once by myself and once with y'all. But I got a reverb from you, Solar. Someone got their mic open and got a reverb. Oh, that was Raheem L. There goes Shaka. What up? What up, Shaka?
This thing was so.
So what? You know, you never
getting into this room was so crazy.
Yeah, they were in a whole different room, yo. I'm like, yo, I only opened it once. So I shut down that one, and then I found y'all all sitting here.
This ain't for you. Yeah. And then for a minute, everybody got in. It was saying offline. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, what happened just then? And I basically was sitting in the queue just waiting. I said, let me go over here to TikTok because I saw that she was on. So I said, I'm over here. I'm waiting in the queue on TalkShoe, but I'm on TikTok too.
Right. They were blocking. They started already, bro.
Yeah. They're already on their funny stuff.
Yeah, they already on their funny stuff, man. So, what do you think of the information?
Oh, I thought it was crazy because I mean, you know, with the little bit of research that I've been doing, I'm finding that there's a lot more info that needs to be
Broken down.
Presented.
Yes.
Yeah, got to break it down, present it to the people in that Federal Reserve Act. There's so much more stuff in there. You know what I mean?
Somebody got a reverb.
We're going to get to
I don't hear no reverb.
Me either.
Anymore?
So we definitely gonna get to it. I got a couple things that we're gonna go over, and we're gonna break some of this stuff down because it's very interesting. I mean, just this one part. I just gotta find it, and then once we go over it, it's gonna be like, this information is gonna kind of confirm. I mean, all we're doing now is confirming information that we've already broken down.
Yeah.
There's really not much more extra, but when you find it within said law, or somewhere that that they're regulated by, it just brings another level of awareness and confirmation to the people, because all we want to do is bring the information to the people, let them discern it for themselves, after they hear the information broken down, and it should be a no-brainer after that. It really should.
Well, it's all about being lawful. Do what the Lord tells you to do. Be obedient, and then wait for your remedy. And if they don't do it, then you can go after them for not following their own law.
That's that part. See, that's the part that I think people are really skeptical about, But
How?
at the same time,
You know what's crazy about that is, how are they skeptical when everything that they're up under is a law? Either the law is good or bad, but you're under a law, and they're always charging you with these so-called laws, statute, rules, regulations.
right.
So
And that's a whole fact.
why be skeptical about something you live under?
Right. But you know what? We live in a monkey see, monkey do kind of society. You know what I'm saying?
I think they pick and choose.
Well, yeah, that's what they're doing. But at the same time, they're so accustomed, and it's a shame that I gotta say it like this, but some people feel like if their life doesn't, if it's not a lot of adversity in their life, they're like, fuck it, I'ma just let it be as it may. And that's contributing to the problem, not the solution.
Right.
Too many people like that.
Will B said, peace, Jonah. It looked like you had 2 to 3 different talk show profiles last time I checked. So they're making dummy profiles of me, yo. I was in my real one. Everyone was in one that this one y'all in now, which I never opened or created. Yeah, that's crazy. Divide and conquer for real.
Yeah.
I thought it would be better considering TalkShoe was a foreign company. What was it, Australian?
Australian or Canadian?
Yeah. Well, if it's Canada, I understand.
Yeah.
So let me talk to a couple of people and see what they thought about tonight's lesson. Yakan, what's up? Peace, Yahuwah.
Peace, Jonah. Peace, Yahoo. Great lesson tonight.
What stuck out?
As far as all of the people I got to get in touch with now, all those definitions I got to read and get a hold of, and it's gonna put the puzzle together for me from front to back. It should make things clearer in my mind as to what's happening in the time I make that security.
Right. See, and that's the whole key. You can threaten them, you can sue them, you can do all of that when you know the law says they have to do it and they don't do it. Because they don't want to. They know good and damn well they do it for you. You're going to tell friends and family members. Next thing you know, before long, everyone doing it.
Well, shoot, yeah.
Even if the
Yeah.
Lord says they have to do it, they don't want to do it.
And that's the part. It's like, yo, I don't really care about that part, but it ain't for us to care about that part. But yeah, we just concerned about the part where they got to do their job, and we just want to get some type of leverage because we never kind of had it this far, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But this is refreshing to see that. Look, it's light at the end of the tunnel. Keep studying, figuring it out, because the answers is in these laws. And
Right.
they are only your trustees and intermediaries. And
They're all of those things. Yep. And they're trying to act like it's not a trust. They're trying to act like they don't have to do anything that you want them to do. As you being the settler, the creator of the trust, plus the beneficiary, no, they got responsibilities.
Yeah.
And the laws break down the responsibilities that they have.
Well, see, that's why I love when you taught us about the UCC 1s and 3s, the one part of it. We were doing 80/20s, and they were getting a great cut out of everything, and you could give them more.
Right.
Maybe there's room for that in this with the securities. We'll see, right?
We'll see. As we study it, we're going to see it all.
Facts. Did you get a chance to read the article I sent? I sent it to you and Sean.
Yes, I did.
No doubt.
Yep. Interesting article for sure.
Crazy how he's like waving a big stick at these people.
Well, like I said, he going in because he definitely went in on the so-called Native Americans. Like, yo, we gonna deport y'all. Y'all not Indians. He's serious about that. You should have known he was serious about it because years before he even became the president, before he even thought about running, so they say, he said that. Y'all don't look like Indians to me. Y'all don't look like Indians to Indians. Who are y'all?
Way early, right?
Way early.
So this is the birthright citizenship issue, correct?
Yes. That's why he's dealing with that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, Jonah. Yeah, nah. Good talk.
All right, Jim. Peace.
Peace.
I guess mostly, okay, John got his hand up. Peace.
Did you get my text, 9-406?
I ain't pay attention to no text today.
No, I did it a couple days ago. It says that you have the right to discharge to the people below, but you do not have the right to discharge to the assignor instead of the assignee, is what it says.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, they're willing to take the Federal Reserve notes because they're getting paid 2 or 3 times, right?
Well, you got to remember, discharge is Federal Reserve notes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're saying they're going to take your Federal Reserve notes.
Yes.
But they said don't give your Federal Reserve notes to the assignor. My point is, on the card it says issued by a certain bank.
Yes.
And then on the website it says this card came from a certain bank. So wouldn't that make them the assigner, and wouldn't that be where you have to send it? I'm thinking.
All I could say is try it.
Yeah, and the last time I sent it in, what do you call it? I sent it with a check, with a money order, posted money order.
Mm-hmm.
They did not cash. I sent it to the servicer. Now I don't know if the servicer is an assignee or an assignor. Is the problem. So I'm thinking I got to send it to the higher bank where the trustees are, obviously.
It's always supposedly, if you're doing something other than paying with Federal Reserve notes, you got to send it to the trustees, the other bank above, the one with the Series 7's license.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna try it, but like I said, I sent it the other one to the servicer. I sent the coupon filled out, and then I sent them a check, and then I put a number 2 on the affidavit, and basically said, once you honor this, you shouldn't need this money order. Post a money order, send it back. They ended up just cashing it. In other words, they didn't cash the coupon; they cashed the money order.
Someone wrote this question. Stop asking me like I'm motherfucking Santa Claus. Stop asking me for shit like that. Rock Live, is your discharge webinar from 2014 still good to do on a new car purchase contract for cash? Or should I try a coupon distribution officer got my 9.8 hold title? How many times in the last few shows have I broke this shit down? You can't buy nothing. You can't buy anything. The actual law says that they will redeem in lawful money dollar for dollar. Motherfucking Public Law 73-110, which y'all know as HJR 192, says they will redeem dollar for dollar. They will pay your debt. What the fuck about a new car is a debt? You have to go into debt, and then they will redeem it. Nigga, buying shit, you're not in debt. There is no bill. No public bill. Talking about you went to pay for it cash. Nigga, according to your question, you don't even know what cash is. Cash is when you understand public and private. When you're going in there with lawful money, that's cash. Everything else is negotiable instruments, non-negotiable instruments. Federal Reserve notes is negotiable instruments. All of that is debt-based. It is discharge. It's not cash. You ain't paying for shit. You cannot go get a new car and get the government to pay for it immediately soon as you get it, so they give it to you and you walk away for free. You ain't getting no free shit, nigga. You're gonna have to fucking get it the hard way, the ski mask way, whatever. Motherfucking get your fucking credit up or your money up. Go get the car and then redeem it or discharge it. That's the only way. You ain't going to get no new car. As I said, way back in 2014, I showed the nigga how to get a car with the money purchase. 8x14 joint. We did it. A month later, he was in jail because of that car. I'm never teaching no one how to do that again because I don't want no one going to fucking jail. Don't ask me about that shit. When I said I bought my Corvette cash, nigga, I got cash. I'm a millionaire. What about you? You can't do the things I do. You don't have the money for it. Niggas always wanting shit for free. I guarantee you this nigga want to go get a Ferrari or some shit, nigga. You can't even afford the upkeep, the maintenance, the motherfucking insurance, and you live in the hood. If you live in the hood with a Ferrari, nigga, you gonna get robbed. Stop the bullshit. The stupidity of it. Y'all just burn my ass. No Diddy. Everyone keep on asking me that dumb shit. Shocker, man. What's the matter with these people, man?
mean, to me, it seems like a lot of people feel like there's some light at the end of the tunnel, and
That ain't got nothing to do with
one
light.
process with another. They're mixing their interpretation of this process with another process, and even if you discharge, you still have to create a debt that the United States is obligated to take on.
Exactly. You got to create the debt. That means you got to go do the credit deal, and then they will pay it.
You let your 90 days go by, and then boom, once it's on the market and the security is being, passed around or being sold on the market, now you have an obligation that the United States has to take care of.
Right. They become obligated when you have a motherfucking debt with someone. After 90 days, it becomes a public debt. It has to be in the public. You know what kills me, man? It just shows their materialism. They want everything, every luxury item in the world, but they don't want to put in no work for it.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that's a lot of our people.
That's the majority of our people. Let's keep it real.
They want to project a lifestyle, but don't want to put in the work required for that lifestyle. Because no matter what, people who are discharging, they want to call it, people that are doing certain things, they have to do the work. They got to study. They got to understand the process and the procedure that goes along with effectively applying this stuff. So if you're not willing and able to do that stuff, or at least, try, you know what I'm saying? If you are looking up, different words, phrases, looking at just common stuff that, everybody knows about. I mean, hell, even if you came and was talking about HGL 192, we would know that you're at least taking the time to look at something. But to come in and say, yo, how could I get this? How could I get that? It's never been that easy. Even for people who are working, people that are working have to save up in order to get the things that they desire or they need. So there's no shortcut to this shit in any way, shape, or form.
They keep on trying to make it one, and this is why they get themselves in trouble and locked up and catch cases, man. Yo, if y'all go to 18 USC 8, obligations and other securities of the United States defined, it breaks down what United States is going to pay for. Obligation, what they're going to pay for. The term obligation or other securities of the United States includes all bonds, certificates of indebtedness, national bank currency, Federal Reserve notes, Federal Reserve bank notes, coupons, United States notes, Treasury notes, gold certificates, silver certificates, fractional notes, certificates of deposits of bills, checks, drafts of money drawn by or upon authorized officers of the United States, stamps and other representatives of value or whatever denominations issued under any act of Congress and canceled United States stamps, right? So one of the tricks that people try to use is put a stamp on an instrument and cancel it out themselves because it's an obligation of the United States, right? But they don't even add the factor of lawful money into it. And a lot of the things y'all doing could be seen as correct. They don't want to do it, which means that you have to find the actual law that says that they have to do it and enforce that law. Y'all ain't found not one damn law yet to force them to do shit. So even if you did it correctly, They're not going to do it until you show them the law that says they have to do it. That's just the way shit is. That's called enforcement. That's called enforcement. And y'all don't even know the laws yourselves. Man, we over time. With that being said, we out of here. And don't worry, all damn year, Shaka, I'm going to get questions about buying the car cash. They really believe I went there with some commerce trick and picked up $100,000 car. Unbelievable. They hear what they want to hear. With that being said, peace to Yahuwah.
Peace to Yahuwah. Ain't no shortcuts in this shit.
Facts.